What's good, YouTube? This is going to be part two, and I will be going down the list of books for each certification that I mentioned in the previous video. I'm going to start from the top with the A plus book. So this A plus book is the ISBN is 9780789740472. It's the A plus book by I believe it's Dan Salper, if I'm saying his name correctly. Um, this book is the certification guide, and it's like a Bible too. It's like a modern Bible for the desktop. So it breaks down all the domains of the A plus exam, and then it goes into a little bit more about the desktop as well. So it goes over the history of each domain or what's in the domain, the criteria, and it also goes over management. So it will serve as a study guide and a reference for the desktop. It's about 900 pages. It's a simple read though. It's really clean. I don't have any problem with it. It took me about maybe 3 weeks to get through it because it is a lot to absorb. But it's the only book you'll probably ever need for the desktop in terms of Windows. It doesn't go over anything Mac though. I don't know why. Maybe because they'll probably end up rolling out their own Macintosh study guide too, probably in the future. So that's that. In terms of the Server Plus exam, I used, because I have this certification, I use the HP Proliant AIS guide. It's a book. The AIS certification for the Proliant servers, and the ISBN to that is 978-01-31-46-7170. That's a real small book. I believe it's probably about maybe 350 pages or something like that, but it's pretty good. It breaks down the Serverplex exam very well. Even though it's older, I think the book was made like in 04, 05, maybe. Yeah, I think it's probably 04. And it's a slim read, but it's chock full of information that HP put in there about their server exam, and a lot of what falls in their server exam also falls in the Server Plus. So it's definitely a good study guide for the Server Plus exam, and I think that it goes into too much detail. It goes over the electrical and electronic differentiations of each component, and it's not really something you need for the Server Plus. So I would probably not advise that you read those type of chapters on the server for the exam, because the exam doesn't really go with that much electrical and electronic parameters of each component like that. Just a few things, and that's it. AC DC, and that's about it. I don't really see too much of that. So that book you can find it on eBay. I got mine's a while back for like maybe $5 or something like that, and it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Even though it's old, it still serves as a good reference for the Server Plus from a hardware perspective. The other book that I would recommend for the Server Plus is the Upgrading and Repairing Servers, and that book is by Scott Muller. He's also responsible for the A plus book as well that I mentioned earlier. So this ISBN would be 978-076-86-66-687. That's a thick. This is a thick book. This is more of a Bible or something that sits on your desk at work, or wherever you keep your books. It goes over every intricate detail of the server of servers. Period. Server hardware, data centers. It mentions a lot. It's not something you can sit down and just read in one day or one week. I would probably say that it's probably about 1,000 pages or more. So it's something you would just use as a reference if you want to know something. It's not that old. Um it's very much recent still. I believe he's probably going to end up coming out with another one maybe next year. Um, so I would just use that as a reference for a couple of the domains on the Server Plus. Server Plus is pretty simple, straightforward. It's not difficult at all. So those two books are coming in very, very handy. Um, I'll move on to Security Plus. The Security Plus book, um, which is ISBN 9780789747136. This is a recent book that came out in November of 2010. I Is it November 2010? I think, yeah, it's a recent book. Anyways, it goes over the Security Plus exam, and it is thinner than the A plus, but it's still a bit hefty read because you need to follow the domains closely. The only thing it doesn't cover is forensics, if I remember correctly. It doesn't cover forensics. They may not quiz you on that anyways. So I don't know if it's a part of the recent domains as of January 1st, 2011. It's a slim read. It's a quick read, I should say. In terms of books, I did about 4 chapters in one day. Oh, my first few hours of getting it. So it's definitely something that you can sit down and read without being bored to death. Um, I would recommend that book as well. So for the Security Plus, that's probably the only book you'll probably need for the Security Plus, anyways. It's pretty straightforward. The next exam book would be the Oracle Solaris Admin One book. Um, I'm not going to mention any more ISBNs, but I'll throw the ISBNs in the corner, in the right hand corner. So these two books are the exam cram. So they're not references like the A plus, Security Plus, and HP Proliant and Upgrade and Repair and Service books that I mentioned earlier. Um, these are just two books, which is Admit 1 and Admit 2 of the Solaris exam. Um, these are just exam crams that you would just study for if you're getting ready to take the test. But you would need some kind of experience with Solaris before you can even look at the book. So I would download a copy of Open Solaris